Welcome into Boulder High playoff basketball. I'm James Marius here just almost 2 minutes into this first quarter of play. Boulder High currently with a 1-0 lead as George Washington shoots a deep three and they hit that. Hammonds puts the George Washington up 3-1 here early in the first quarter as Sessions with the ball, fakes a three, dribbles up, down low, kicks it out to Rucker. Rucker with it at the far block, and a foul will be called. I believe it was a blocking call that will go against George Washington. And Boulder High will inbound the ball. Turner, the trigger man, from his own baseline, tries to get it to Tanner down low. Running out of time, finally gets it into Tanner, who has it at the far block, looking for his hook shot. He finds it and hits it. 3-3 as Jackson Tanner hits his signature hook shot. And there is 5:43 left here in this first quarter of play. George Washington with the ball, moving it around. Right now it's Johnson who's trying to dribble, guard by Sessions, steal by Sessions. Fast break for the Panthers. Sessions go take it all the way, he passes it to Turner. He does a reverse layup and that falls. Well, it looked like Sessions was going to hang on to the ball, but he passed it the last minute to his teammate Turner. And George Washington has the ball going the other way, down low. This is Johnson again. Johnson, a little floater, he misses that as he was just off. Schmidt with the rebound, bringing it up for the Panthers. Passes it to Turner, who has it at the far wing. Across the court to Sessions. Now at the point to Turner, drive down low at the block. Gets blocked by George Washington, and Rucker with the steal as George Washington attempted a stretch pass. Ball's loose again, and George Washington will finally take over. Johnson with the ball, passes it to his teammate, Ajimang, who passes it down low to number 23. That's Hammonds again. And we are all tied up at 5. My apologies for no video as there was some miscommunication between the coach. Schmidt down low, passes Rucker, and he gets blocked again. Blake Whitelaw now with 2 blocks here early in this first quarter that have taken away 4 Panthers points. This time, Whitelaw down the other way, and that will be a traveling call. And it will be Panthers ball, 4:13. Left in this first quarter of play, all tied up at 5 as Turners bring the ball up for the Panthers. Pass it to Sessions, down low near the left elbows. Jackson Tanner, and a hook shot again as that just misses. Bounced off the rim a couple times before falling to the left of the rim. And a rebound for George Washington now. Ajimang with the ball, hands it off to Martin. Martin looking to run the play, hands it off to Johnson again, who's been quite involved in this offense here early. This time, Martin again, down low, dribbling, driving, and he scores. 7-5 George Washington, 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Turner with the ball, looking for a three as he's guarded tightly by Giamang, isn't able to find, so passes it to Schmidt now, who passes it to Session, who was looking for Tanner down low, and that ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by Boulder High as Arthur will sub in. And it looks like Schmidt will go to the bench for the Panthers. Martin inbounds the ball, and now Ajimang I think, will bring the ball up for George Washington, guarded by Arthur. Has it the wing, dribbles, jump shot, just misses as that went in and out. A good look from him, created separation. Arthur has the ball up for the Panthers the other way. Sessions now has it near the Panther logo. Pass it to Turner, drills down low inside the paint. Finishes it off with a couple bodies around him. 7-7, 2:45 left in this first quarter of play. George Washington down the other way, and that layup misses. It was taken by Giamang, and Arthur with the rebound, pass it to Sessions, who's open, has it behind the arc, and the Panthers are just moving the ball around. Turner gets a screen from Tanner, tried to give it back to him on the give and go. Tanner was not moving towards the hoop, so George Washington got the steal and takes over as the game's all tied up at 7 here for the first round of playoff basketball between George Washington and Boulder High. A good student turnout for Boulder High as Martin has the ball, dribbles, and that'll be a travel called as they try to dribble down low and try to drive. And a foul will be called, and we'll get some subs from both teams. Turner bringing the ball up for the Panthers. And Sessions has it, tied up at 2 minutes. Here to go in this first quarter, down low. Turner jump shot from inside the paint. He gets blocked, and now the George Washington the other way, and they'll lose the ball. Arthur will get credit for the steal, but the ball was already loose before he got it. Sessions now with it, down low pass to Turner, and that goes out of bounds. A bad misplaced pass, and we've already seen a couple of those from Sessions so far today. And head coach Riley Graybo for the Panthers said, if Sessions isn't stepping up, then Turner will. If Turner isn't stepping up, then Arthur will. There's always someone that's going to step up on this Panthers team, no matter who's having a bad day. George Washington with the ball, guarded by, I believe he's guarded by Justin Barch, and a foul will be called. And George Washington will inbound the ball from the baseline, trying to get the lead. George Washington dribbling the ball. That is Martin with the ball. And ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner, though, they'll say. And George Washington will keep possession of the ball as Boyle checks in. Turner will check out for the Panthers. And Johnson will inbound it to a Giamong, who will bring it up for George Washington with 1:15 left. McPhee with the ball now, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's dribbling near half court, then passes it to McPhee, who has it at the far wing. Now at the point, that is Hammonds, guarded by Barch drills down low, just throws up a layup. That's no good. Boulder High will get the rebound, as Barch will bring the ball up for the Panthers. Sessions with it, 50 seconds. Arthur now dribbling down at the right elbow, dribbles down low, will get fouled and goes to the line at a chance for 2 free throws. So tied up at 7 apiece now. Boulder High will have an opportunity to get the lead as Arthur makes that first one. So Boulder High this year is 12-11. George Washington's 11-12. But both teams have been impressive in league play. George Washington going 7-2. Boulder High going 10-2 as Arthur misses that shot. Originally got the rebound, but then taken away by George Washington. Now they're going up the other way. That's a Giamong, kicks it out to his teammate McPhee, and now has it at the far corner, dribbling it around, and now we'll bring it up to the point and eventually pass it to Paris. And you can hear the Boulder crowd getting into it as the Giamong standing, waiting for the last shot of the quarter as there's now 15 seconds. He passes it back to McPhee, who gives it right back to a Giamong. And now there's 10 seconds. Boulder High up 8-7. A Giamong dribbling with the ball, looking to pass it to his teammate, kicks it out to McPhee. McPhee down low, and that shot will miss as Andrew Hagman tried to give George Washington the lead back. So Boulder High's up 8-7 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be right back here on Buzzbirds Live. Back here on Panther Sports Live for the second quarter of play. Boulder High with a narrow 8-7 lead. Coming into the second quarter of play, they will start with the ball as that's Davidson that has it down low and puts a little spin move on his defender, hits the layup and a bad inbound pass for George Washington. Arthur with the steal, and Turner will slow it down now as he has the ball screened from Boyle. Turner's driving down low, tried to get it to Davidson, isn't able to do so. And that'll be a turnover there. Boulder High up 10-7. George Washington with the ball now. It's McPhee with it, drilling down low at the block now, guarded by Boyle at the elbow. Now he passes to Hageman, who's still looking for someone to pass it to, guarded by Davison. And he finally kicks it out. Took him a while there. Giamong has the ball for George Washington. 7 minutes left here in this second quarter of play. And a bad pass from Adrian Paris intended for Hageman goes out of bounds. It'll be Boulder High ball. They'll actually reverse the call and will say that George Washington will keep possession. And that is McPhee who will inbound it for George Washington. He does. He finds Kendall Jonte, pulls up, shoots a deep three, and that ball goes out of bounds. It looked like it did, and they will say it stays down there. So very athletic play by McPhee. Looked like the ball was going out of bounds. He took and threw it off of Boyle's legs, and George Washington will keep possession of the ball. Martin with the ball at the wing, guard by Turner, drills down low at the block, and an offensive foul will be called, drawn by Davidson, and that will be Boulder High ball. A great job by Davidson to keep his feet set, and a timeout will be called here by George Washington, so we'll be back in 30 seconds after this timeout. Back here on Buff Sports Live, I'm James Marulus as George Washington comes to face off against Boulder High here in the first round of the 5A state playoffs. Boulder High with a 10-7 lead, 6:35 remain here in this first half of play. Arthur with the ball at the wing for the Panthers, passes it to Turner, and now Schmidt will receive the ball from Turner, kicks it out to Arthur. Arthur deep three, and that's off the front of the iron. A rebound originally taken by Schmidt, but George Washington got it going the other way now. A missed layup there by Trey Martin. Boulder High with the rebound, and now they'll have a 3-on-1 fast break. Turner with the ball behind the back pass to Schmidt, who finishes that one off. 12-7 Boulder High after a behind the back look from Tyler Turner. And with just 2 minutes elapsed into this second quarter, Boulder High starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Giamong dribbling the ball, guarded by Barsh. Giamong still has it at the point. Finally passes it to McPhee, who pulls up from the left elbow, and he hits that shot, quieting this Boulder High crowd. So now just a 3-point game, 12-9. Boulder High still with the lead as Boyle has it, fakes the three, tries to pass it down low to Davidson. Davidson keeps it in. Barsh now to Boyle. Boyle looks like he was going to take another three. Doesn't do so as Barsh finally passes it to Turner, who has it at the point. Arthur with it at the wing now, looking down low at the block. That's Davidson back to Arthur. Arthur can't finish that layup. Rebound by Davidson, but will get knocked out of his hands, and they will actually say it's out on Davidson. And so we'll get substitutions here for Boulder High as Rucker, Tanner, and Schmidt check back into the game. Barsh, Davidson, and Boyle will come off. It seemed like there was some miscommunication there between Boyle and Riley Graybo as substitutions were being made, but they got to figure it out. So Boulder High is up 12-9, 5 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. As Johnson has the ball in the corner for George Washington. He's dribbling the ball around, then kicks it out to his teammate. That's a Giamong. Screened by Johnson. It doesn't really do much, though. And Whitelaw gets the ball back to Johnson. Johnson passes it to his teammate. That was Whitelaw who misses that shot, and Boulder High will have the ball going the other way. Arthur with the ball, passes it to Tanner, who has it at the wing. Not much of a three-point shooter. Pass it across the court to Schmidt. Schmidt fires the three, and that's short. Arthur with the rebound, puts it back up, and it's blocked. What a huge block from Blake Whitelaw. And then a steal there from Eddie McPhee, and George Washington has the ball going the other way. Trey Martin loses it as Mike Schmidt tried to steal the ball, but they'll say it will stay down low as George Washington will keep the ball under their own hoop, or under Boulder High's hoop, the hoop they're trying to score on, with 4:10 left here in the second quarter. Martin looked like he was going to shoot deep three. Doesn't do so. Guard by Schmidt now, has it at the wing, and finally passes it. That's McPhee with the ball, almost lost it. Guard by Boyle, now Martin in the corner again. And a foul will be called against Rucker as him and Johnson were fighting for position near the right block, down low, as Johnson is probably the biggest player, one of the biggest players on this George Washington team, and is very physical and aggressive, and you've seen it all season from him, and you've continued to see it tonight, and expect him to take this game into his own hands if it comes down to it. Giamong with the ball, down low at the block, pulls up, jump shot as he was fading away, and he hits that. Now just a 12-11 Boulder High lead. 3:25 left in this second quarter. Schmidt with the ball down low. Tanner misses that shot. Went in and out. Schmidt with the rebound for Boulder High. Tries to pass it to Rucker. He loses it. Ball's on the ground. Schmidt will get it. Schmidt passes it to Sessions. Boyle, deep three. He is off with that shot as Rucker gets the rebound for Boulder High. Pass to Boyle through his hands. Sessions now deep three. And that is off. Rebound Boulder High. This time it's Tanner. Boyle with another three. That doesn't hit. Rebound Boulder High. Rucker with it. Goes back up. Gets blocked. Rucker with his own rebound. Misses that shot. Tanner gets the rebound for Boulder High. Puts it back up and finally falls. After 5 or 6 offensive rebounds, Boulder High finally makes that shot, putting them up 14-11. 2:35 left. But what a great job by Boulder High as Johnson shoots a deep three. That's off. And Boulder High will have the ball going the other way. But Coach Graybo has to be impressed with his big man on that possession. Rucker has it in the corner, passes it to the elbow to Boyle as that went through his hands again. Sessions ended up retrieving the ball. Layup down low. Sessions makes that. 16-11 Boulder High, and George Washington will use another timeout with 2:13 left in this first half of play. We'll be right back here on Buff Sports Live. Back here on Panther Sports Live, Boulder High with a 5-point lead, up 16-11 here at Boulder High School with 2:05 left to go in the first half of play. A good student turnout for Boulder High, as it was a wide-out night for them. as that's a jump shot taken from George Washington. So Giamong misses that, only hit backboard. Now Boulder High down the other way, and Rucker makes that layup, playing Boulder High up 18-11, 1:45 left in this first half of play. Martin with the ball, drilling down low at the block the other way, and he hits that. And what a nice little move he had down low, guarded by Tanner, but he was able to get around him as Turner tries to get to Schmidt as he was getting trapped in the court. George Washington down the other way, and that was Eddie McPhee that misses that layup. Would have put George Washington within 3 points of Boulder High. Sessions with the ball now at the point, dribbling down low. Ball stolen away from Martin. George Washington the other way. Johnson now guarded by Rucker, and he makes that on that floater down low, putting Boulder High only up 3 points, 18-15. Just 60 seconds remain here in this first half of play. Turner dribbling the ball, passing to Rucker at the wing, tries to pass it across the court to Schmidt, but didn't see the incoming of Giamong, who intercepted that pass. Now down the other way, McPhee receives the pass from Giamong and finishes that one up. Boulder High just up 1 point, now 40 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Turner will take the ball for Boulder at half court with 30 seconds left, not waiting for the final shot yet. As Sessions hits a deep three, or he shot it as that one's off. And it looks like George Washington will get the final shot as there's just 18 seconds left. Martin with the ball, hanging out by half court, 10 seconds now. He'll be guarded by Turner. He'll get a screen from Whitelaw. Screen doesn't do much, kick out to Johnson. Johnson steps in, takes a jump shot, misses that as Schmidt chucks a half-court shot that misses. So Boulder High's up 18-17 after a pretty uneventful first half. And we'll be right back here on Buff Sports Live in 10 minutes for the second half, so stay tuned. Back here on Buff Sports Live for the second half of play. Boulder currently with an 18-17 lead over George Washington High School. And the winner of this game in the first round of the 5A state playoffs will advance on to the second round to play the 6th-seeded Grandview. So that's what the winner has in store for them. And that game will be on February 23rd, whether it's George Washington or Boulder High that comes out victorious. Martin misses the layup down low, rebound by Rucker, and a foul will be called against Martin. He wanted a jump ball, but they will call a foul against him. It'll be Boulder High basketball as Turner will bring the ball up for the Panthers. Has it at the logo, pass it to Rucker. Boulder High moving the ball around now. As Turner gets the ball back, screened by Rucker. Turner driving down low, pass it to Tanner. Tanner reverse layup, and he finishes that. Boulder High up 20-17, just 38 seconds into this third quarter of play. And Agiamon kicks it out. That's a deep three taken from Hammonds. He misses that. He's the coach's son. And Turner will bring the ball up the other way for the Panthers, guard by Hammonds. Makes him miss on a crossover, and Turner will miss the layup down low. Rebound by Tanner. Misses the first shot. His second shot gets blocked, and his third shot finally goes in after 2 offensive rebounds. So Boulder High up 22-17. 1 minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter of play. And Boulder High has had it happening for them on the offensive glass tonight. Hammonds with the ball at the point, passes it to the corner. Martin with it. Now at the elbow, that's Whitelaw, drills down low to the block guard by Tanner. Foul will be called on Tanner, and Whitelaw will go to the stripe on a shooting foul. Hammonds led George Washington in the first half with 5 points. Turner led Boulder High with 4 points. But now Jackson Tanner is already up to 9 points here after getting off to a quick start here in the second half of play. And Turner has the ball at the point for Boulder High. Crossover, kicks it out. Sessions at the wing, dribbling down low inside the paint. Now hands off to Schmidt. Across the course pass to Rucker. Rucker from the left wing. That three-pointer's off, and George Washington, Giamon will have the ball going the other way. Pass it to Martin, who has at the wing, screened by Whitelaw. Martin with the ball, guard by Schmidt. Whitelaw trying to dribble down low. Kicks out far corner. Johnson with the ball, and a foul will be called on Rucker. That'll be a blocking foul on the ground. And Johnson missed the shot, but the foul will be called on the ground. So it looks like Giamon will come to be the trigger man for George Washington. Inbounds it to Johnson. Johnson covered by Rucker, gets a screen from Whitelaw. Pulls up from the elbow. He missed that shot. Rebound by Whitelaw. He missed that shot. A jump ball will be called. After that second missed shot, Whitelaw was fighting for the ball with Rucker. And since the possession arrows pointed towards Boulder High will get the ball up 22-19, 5:50 left in this third quarter of play. Arthur will check in for Rucker, the only sub made at this moment. And Schmidt will bring the ball up for the Panthers. Pass it to Turner before he gets across half court. Stolen by George Washington on the trap. Agiamon now down the other way. Guard by Schmidt. Puts up a layup. Misses that. Rebound now by Sessions. Sessions pass it to Arthur, who has it at the far side of the court. Back to the near side. Sessions has the ball at the wing. Tried to pass it to Turner coming around, but it was stolen and picked off. A great read on that pass by Hammonds. Hammonds down the other way will get fouled on the layup, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. Trying to put George Washington within 1 point of Boulder High. And so far, this has been a pretty defensive game. Not a lot of made big-time shots. Not a lot of made three-pointers. And right now, the score is sitting at 22-19 Boulder High. 4.5 minutes into this second half of play, as Hammonds misses that first shot. Hammond still has 5 points as he misses that second shot. Arthur with the rebound. Boulder High with the ball back, still up 3. Turner getting trapped in the corner right by half court, gets out of it by passing it to Arthur, who has it at the point. Tanner now in the corner, fakes the 3 the first time, shoots it the second time though. And he's not really much of a 3-point shooter as that didn't hit anything. Rebound by George Washington. Giamong dribbling the ball up for George Washington the other way. Giamong gets a screen from Whitelaw, kicks it out to Hammonds. Hammonds with the 3, and that is out of bounds as it bounced off the rim, then the top of the backboard, then fell backwards. So it will be Boulder High, ball up 3. 4:50 left in this third quarter of play. Schmidt pass to Turner over half court. Sessions with it in the corner. Arthur down low at the block. Kicks out to Schmidt. Schmidt a deep 3 from the wing off the rim. As it rolled off, it didn't even bounce off. Arthur with the rebound, puts it back up, misses that shot. Rebound brought in by McPhee for George Washington. Giamong with the ball up the other way, guard by Schmidt down low at the block. And that shot is blocked by Tanner, who passed it to Turner on the fast break. Turner hits the layup, putting Boulder High up 24-19. And a timeout will be taken. 24-19 Boulder High, 4:18 left in this third quarter of play. And we'll be right back here on Panther Sports Live as Tyler Turner gets an MVP chant from his crowd. Back here on Panther Sports Live, Boulder High up 24-19 over George Washington. 4:15 left in this third quarter of play. And lucky for me, the cheerleaders had quite the arm down from the court. They tossed me up a Panther basketball t-shirt. So my lucky day in the booth as I got tossed a Boulder High t-shirt, and George Washington will have the ball as Paris is the guy in charge now, looking for a screen from Whitelaw, gets one, shoots it from the stripe, misses it. Arthur with the rebound, and over the back foul will be called. Foul will go against Tanner. Actually, it will be a holding call. Tanner was holding down Whitelaw to try and prevent him from bringing in the rebound, and now George Washington will inbound the ball down 5, 3:47, and a poor inbounds pass there, as Johnson and his teammate Paris were not on the same page there. Johnson cut it one way, Paris threw the ball the other way, and the ball sailed out of bounds. So Panther ball, Arthur inbounded it to Turner, Turner bringing the ball up for the Panthers. Has that the Panther at center court, and Tanner with the ball in the corner. Arthur now with it, Boulder High moving the ball around. Sessions down low too. That's Tanner trying to complete the spin move and the hook. Isn't able to do so. Rebound Boulder High. Arthur got the rebound. Tanner looking to give back to Turner after he received the pass initially, and Tanner makes that layup. 26-19 Boulder High. 3:15 left in the third quarter. McPhee dribbling the ball for George Washington. Had it down the paint, then kicks it out. And a deep 3 from Johnson. That is off. That hit nothing. But Sessions will come down with the rebound as Boulder High's student section. Chance air ball. Tanner with the ball now down low in the paint. Hook shot. That's off. Fighting for the rebounds, Tanner. And they will call it George Washington ball as Tanner picks up another foul. That's his third foul, so he will sub out. Davidson will come back in, and George Washington will have possession of the ball. 2:51 left in this third quarter. Boulder High up 26-19. A pretty low scoring affair. Has been mostly defense and rebounding up to this point, as Trey Martin will bring the ball up for George Washington, looking to put some more second half points on the board. Only has 2, or George Washington only has 2, almost 7 minutes into this third quarter, and that will be Boulder High ball after the missed hook shot. A foul will be called against George Washington. They'll call it on Whitelaw, and Boulder High will get to inbound the ball now, looking to extend this lead. So we're 7.5 minutes into this third quarter. George Washington only has 2 third quarter points. Arthur with the ball, trapped in the corner near half court, pass to Turner. That trap's been pretty effective as Sessions saves the ball. Looked like it was going to roll out of bounds and be George Washington ball. Sessions saved it though. Turner drives down low and he finishes that layup off with his left hand. And Boulder High's up 9 now, 28-19, and George Washington's Johnson dribbling the ball, gets a screen from Whitelaw, looking to get out. He does. That's McPhee with the 3, and he hits that. Well, McPhee just put George Washington right back into this game, making it much more manageable as Boyle looks to respond. He's not able to do so. Rebound by Johnson now. And we'll get a foul called. It will be called against Arthur. And Arthur will get on one knee to tie his shoe. And it will be George Washington ball. So Arthur finishes it, tying his shoe. Boulder High up 6 points, 28-22, 1:45 remaining here in this third quarter of play as George Washington has the ball. Johnson dribbling it now, and he shoots a deep 3, and he hits that shot. 2 consecutive threes from George Washington, making this a 1-possession game as Boulder High's up 28-25 and has the ball. Sessions with it now, pass it to Turner. Turner looking to get it back to Sessions, but a block pass there by McPhee, and it will go out of bounds and stay there as it's Boulder High's ball. .119 left here in the third quarter. Sessions dribbling the ball as he got them back from Turner. Sessions hands off to Arthur. Arthur passes to Davidson, who has it right at the free throw line. Another handoff to Arthur, tried to give him a screen as well. Sessions with the ball as Arthur kicked it out to him. Turner with it, drive down low at the right block. He pulls up and misses that floater. And George Washington with the ball now. And a 1-possession game. So George Washington's gone on a 6-0 run after hitting 2 consecutive threes. And with 45 seconds left, Johnson's dribbling the ball. Doesn't look like Johnson's trying to run the clock out. He'll get a screen from Whitelaw, and now with 32 seconds, George Washington might run this clock out. Johnson with the ball, kicks it out. That's McPhee. And a missed shot there. Boulder High with the ball going the other way. Sessions has it, passes it to Boyle. Boyle almost loses it. Arthur has it now, passes it to Turner. Turner down low, drives, gets fouled with 13.6 seconds left. And he will go to the line for 2 shots as Boulder High's up 3 points. Well, George Washington only had 2 third quarter points until they hit back-to-back threes, putting them back into this game as Turner makes this a 4.2 possession game. With just seconds remaining here in the third quarter. If George Washington gets the rebound, they'll have time for one more shot. They'll probably hold it for the last shot as Turner makes that. So Boulder High's up 30-25, 12 seconds, clock is ticking. And Johnson has the ball for George Washington, gets a screen from his teammate Whitelaw, and he misses that free throw. And with 1 second left, Sessions will not get this up. Well, actually, they'll say he didn't get it up. He made the layup, and since that's not revealable at this level, Boulder High will only be up 5 points going into the final quarter of play. 30-25, Boulder High over George Washington here in Boulder, Colorado. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter of play. Back here on Panther Sports Live for the fourth quarter of play. Boulder High up 30-25, and George Washington will start with the ball. Johnson dribbling now with the ball down low at the block, kicks it out now. That's Martin with the ball, guarded by Arthur, who has at the wing. Crossover now as he drills down low, and a huge block by Davidson, but rebound brought in by Hackman, and he will make the layup. And after a huge block by Davidson, Ageman responds very nicely as Davidson has the ball back down low, kicks out to Rucker in the corner, fires a three, and he's off there. Arthur with the offensive rebound, and he'll pass it to Sessions. He now just slows things down out at the perimeter. Turner with the ball at the wing, guarded by, I believe he was guarded by him, drives down low, passes it to Davidson, who makes the layup. Boulder High still up 5, 32-27. A minute elapsed in this final quarter of play. And Johnson will just take his time dribbling the ball at the point, guarded by Arthur. Screen from Hageman, fires a deep three. That's off the front of the iron. Rucker with the rebound for Boulder High. And Arthur bringing it up, going the other way now. Passes it to Turner. Turner not slowing down, drives down low in the paint, passes it to Davidson. Davidson gets fouled, and that layup just missed. But a good find there by Turner, and Davidson will get 2 shots from the stripe. Boulder High already up 5 points. Davidson makes his first shot from the stripe, playing Boulder High up 6 now, so we get subs from either team. It actually looks like George Washington is the only team to sub, as Giamong and Whitelaw check back into the game. Davidson makes his second free throw, so he's 2 for 2 at the stripe tonight, hitting 2 big shots. Johnson the other way for George Washington, hands it off to his teammate. That was Martin. And now that's McPhee dribbling with the ball. And a foul will be called against Rucker. 6:24 left in this final quarter of play. And George Washington will inbound the ball right underneath the hoop. And that's actually Boulder High's 7th foul. So Schmidt will check in, and McPhee will have a 1-and-1 opportunity from the free throw line after just getting into bonus. McPhee's first shot misses, and Schmidt will get the rebound for Boulder High. Long pass now to Arthur. Arthur across the court to Turner. Turner with the ball, dribbling it, pass it down low at the block. Now it's Arthur. Arthur to Davidson, who has at the left block, hand off to Arthur down low in the paint, and he does not finish that off. Rebound by Davidson. He lost it though to Giamong, as he could not pull it in, and a foul will be called against him. So Giamong will now go to the line after a foul called on Davidson for a 1-and-1 opportunity here, down 7. 6:05 left in the fourth quarter. Giamong, although he's been very involved with the offense, he only has 2 points tonight. And he makes his first free throw, so he'll get a shot for a second free throw, making this a 6-point game, 34-28, Boulder High. Here on a chilly evening in Boulder, Colorado, as Giamong hits that second shot, bringing George Washington within 5 points. George Washington will run their half-court trap, and it's been very effective tonight. Boulder High has had a hard time against it, and it's drawn a lot of turnovers. Turner with the ball now, guarded by Giamong. Tried to pass it to Schmidt, but it's stolen by Giamong. Giamong down the other way. He misses the layup, rebound by Arthur, but Giamong will then steal it. Giamong taking this game to his own hands. Hands it off to his teammate. That's Martin, who hits the three. 34-32, Boulder High, 5:30 left in this fourth quarter of play. And Arthur has the ball at the point, really down low at the right block. He makes that layup. giving Boulder High a 2-possession lead, up 36-32. As Martin's dribbling the ball, passes it to his teammate. That's McPhee with the ball back to Giamon. That's actually back to Martin, who misses that three. Boulder High going the other way with the ball after a Turner rebound. Schmidt has the ball the wing, passes down low to the left block. That's Tanner, kicks it out to Arthur. Arthur deep three. He misses that. Rucker with the rebound, passes down low to Tanner. Pass intended for the cutting Arthur though. And Turner fires a deep three and he hits that. Tyler Turner putting Boulder High up 7 points, 39-32. 4:44 left in the fourth quarter of play, and a timeout will be called, and we'll be right back here on Panther Sports Live. Back here on Panther Sports Live here deep in the fourth quarter. 4:30 left. Boulder High up 39-32, excuse me. As George Washington has the ball, Johnson fires a deep three from the near side corner, and he hits that. 39-35. Boulder High up 4 points after a deep three from Johnson, and Rucker trying to respond down the other way from the far side corner. He misses that, and Johnson will bring it the other way for George Washington. Martin with the ball, drills down low. It looked like he got fouled. He didn't. Whitelaw with the rebound, and he misses that shot, and a rebound will finally be brought in by McPhee, who is fouled by Rucker. They actually called a foul on Tanner. That'll be Tanner's second foul as he checks out of the game. And we'll get a timeout here, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. So 3:57 left in the fourth quarter. Boulder High up 39-35 as George Washington has 1-and-1 attempts from the stripe. We'll be right back here on Buff Sports Live. (39-35) Panthers, 3:57 left in this fourth quarter of play. And Eddie McPhee is out the stripe, looking to make this a 2-point game for George Washington. McPhee today has 7 points, 0 fouls, and he makes the first of his 1-and-1 attempts, bringing George Washington within 3 points of the Panthers. So George Washington Patriots looking to make this a 2-point game as McPhee does just that for him. 39-37 Boulder High, 3:52. Schmidt brings the ball up for Boulder High, passes to Turner. Turner at the elbow, kicks it out to Arthur. Arthur tried to find Rucker all the way across the court, isn't able to do so. Davidson holds off to the ball for the Panthers. And Turner with the ball now for the Panthers at the wing, trying to dribble down low. Passes to the cutting Arthur. Arthur back to Davidson. Davidson hits that shot and will go to the line for a chance at 3 points. 41-37 Panthers as Davidson's going to the line with 3.5 minutes left in this second half. Sessions checks back in for Schmidt. Davidson misses that free throw, and it will be out of bounds on George Washington as Rucker was fighting for that ball, and they'll say it's last touch by Whitelaw, and Boulder High will keep the ball, and Sessions will inbound it for them, inbounds it to Turner. Turner shoots a three, and he misses that. Johnson will get the rebound for George Washington. The Patriots bring it up. This is a Giamong, who now swings it around to Martin. Martin taking his time, screen from Whitelaw. Martin looking to drive down low, guard by Davidson, kicks it out, hand off to Johnson. Martin gets the ball back from Johnson, guard by Arthur, shoots a deep three, and that's off the inside of the iron, and that rebound will be off of Sessions' hands, and it will stay down here as George Washington holds on to the ball. Both teams looking to advance to the second round of play here in the Colorado State 5A High School Championship. Steal by Rucker, and he's all out going the other way. And Rucker makes that layup, putting Boulder High up 6 now, and a costly turnover for George Washington. As that could have been a potential 4-point swing there. As George Washington's down 6, 2:40, they need a little bit of magic. Martin passes down low, Johnson. Johnson puts up a wild layup, no good, as Davidson got the block. Sessions down low the other way, and he received the pass, didn't get fouled as he ran out of bounds. Looked like he got fouled, no foul called there, as it appeared that Martin was holding on to his arm. No foul will be called. 2:32 left in the fourth quarter now. Boulder High up 43-37. George Washington with the ball. Johnson dribbling with the ball, down low at the block, puts up a layup, misses that, rebound Davidson. Davidson passes to Arthur, and now Turner on the fast break. Turner, 2 guys there, and that ball will be tipped out of Turner's arms, and that will stay down here. Boulder High basketball, as Turner will inbound it for Boulder High. Inbounds it to Davidson, who looked to hand it off back to him. That's what Whitelaw was expecting. Then Davidson kept it himself, goes up and draws the foul. That'll be Whitelaw's 3rd foul. Martin for George Washington has 4 fouls. And nobody above 2 fouls for Boulder High. So Davidson at the line here for his first of 2 free throws, makes that. And he remains a perfect 3 for 3. As he looks to put Boulder High up 8 points. And that rolls off the rim. So Boulder High up 44-37, 2:03 left in this fourth quarter of play. Once again, the Patriots are going to need a little bit of magic. Martin out down low at the block, misses that layup, gets the rebound back and throws up another shot. He will get fouled and go to the line. Foul called against Davidson. He'll pick up his 3rd foul as Martin makes that free throw. That will put him up to 8 points now on the evening and put the Patriots within 6 points of the Panthers. Martin makes the 2nd free throw. Boulder High up just 5 now with 1:50 left. Riley Graybo looking for his first Boulder High head coaching playoff win for the Panthers. George Washington looking to make a comeback as Arthur will get fouled by Martin. And Martin's not happy with that, arguing a little bit. And Arthur will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity after George Washington just picked up their 17th foul. And Martin checks out of the game. Arthur on his first of 2 free throw attempts. If he makes the first one, and he does, Putting Boulder High up 6 now. And looking to put them up 7. Arthur isn't able to do so as that free throw went in and out. Gio Mong will have the ball for the George Washington going the other way, and a blocking foul will be called on Davidson, I believe. Turner was right there. That is Davidson's 4th foul. And this Boulder Cry student section, as well as Davidson, who's talking to the ref right now, wanted an offensive foul, wanted it to be a charge called. But Davidson getting clarification from the refs right now as Giamong misses that first shot. And Davidson nods his head as though he understands what the ref is saying to him. So Boulder High up 45-39, 1:35 left here in the 4th quarter of play. And both teams looking to move on to the second round of the 5A state playoffs. Riley Graybo looking to get his first win as Boulder High's varsity head coach, first playoff win. Boulder High started off rough in non-league play, but with the return of Tyler Turner, they went 9-2 in league play and have looked very strong ever since the rough start. George Washington down 6 here as they will have the ball. So with 1:35, Tanner will check back into the game. Tanner has 4 fouls for the Panthers, so he's going to have to watch that as Giamong will shoot his second of 2 free throw attempts. Missed the first one, looking to put George Washington within 5 points of Boulder High as the Panthers have a 45-39 lead over George Washington. Giamong misses both free throws. Arthur with the rebound, still a 6-point game. And Panthers trying to bring the ball up. Sessions gets the pass from across half court, but it will be a turnover and a steal from George Washington. Johnson with the ball down low at the block, puts up a layup foul, will not be called. Turner with the ball for the Panthers. The rebound was by Rucker, and now George Washington's going with a full court trap here as Arthur gets tripped and a foul will be called. A lot of students in the student section for this wide-out home first-round playoff basketball game as Arthur has a 1-and-1 opportunity as Boulder High's up 6 points with just 72 seconds remaining here in the game. Arthur makes the free throw. It's 3 for his last 3 from the stripe. Just looking to put Boulder High up 8 points now. What would be almost an insurmountable deficit for the Patriots as he does so. As Johnson brings it up for George Washington, shoots a deep 3 covered by Tanner, and he hits that shot. 62 seconds left now. Boulder High only up 5 points, 47-42. And we get a timeout here in Boulder, Colorado. And we will be right back here on Panther Sports Live. Boulder High inbounding the ball up the other way. Now Rucker gets fouled on a layup with 56.8 seconds left. Boulder High's up 5. Rutgers going to the line for 2 shots. And looking to put Boulder High up 3 possessions as they're currently up 5 points. And we'll get a stoppage and play here. Looks like there was a substitution trying to be made as Whitelaw will check out for his teammate Hageman. And Hageman will come back in the game. Rucker trying to make the second free throw. Boulder High up 47-42. As soon as that's a first free throw, he makes that shot, and Boulder High with a 6-point lead now. As Rucker hits the second shot, putting Boulder High at 49-42. And George Washington's going to need a miracle now, as Kingbet Giamong will bring the ball up for George Washington. And a foul will be called against Turner, who was guarding him. And George Washington is now in double bonus and will get 2 free throws from the line, down 49-42, 55 seconds left. And this game's started to slow down the past minute and a half or so, after we've seen a lot of free throws from both teams. Giamong makes that free throw. He now has 5 points on the night, misses both free throws on his previous attempt from the line, and he will shoot his second of 2 shots. That will roll in, got the nice bounce, and Turner trying to bring it up for the Panthers against this full court press. He does so, finds Tanner, but Tanner misreads the pass, and that will go out of bounds. So with 49 seconds left, George Washington has a little bit of hope as they're only down 5 points and have the ball. The gym picking up at noise as Johnson has the ball, shoots a deep 3 for George Washington, and he hits that! Just a 2-point game now after Kendall Johnson hits a deep 3-pointer to put George Washington within 2 points of Boulder High. Boulder High up 49-47, just 39 seconds left of time here in this 4th quarter of play. Timeout called on the court. It was taken by the Panthers. This crowd is getting a little anxious. So Boulder High is going to come out of the timeout, looking to inbound the ball. Well, George Washington's already set up. Boulder High still in the huddle over near their own bench and will finally break out of it. Schmidt, Turner, Arthur, Sessions, and Rucker are on the court for Boulder High. That's Johnson, Hammond, Hageman, McPhee, and I believe Giamong on the court for George Washington. Turner got the inbound from Schmidt. Schmidt trying to bring it up, finds Sessions on a quarterback pass. Turner with the ball now. He's getting trapped. Schmidt with the ball, covered by Johnson. Schmidt kicks out to Sessions. Sessions with the 3. He put the dagger in George Washington, and he does just that. 52-47 Panthers. 15 seconds as Johnson fires up a deep 3. He misses that. George Washington with the rebound, though, and Hageman misses that shot. As Turner gets the ball, and Boulder High will move on to the second round of play. As Turner gets fouled with just 3 seconds left. Boulder High's up 52-47. And Riley Graybo will get his first playoff win as Boulder High's head coach. And what a great way to start off the year for Riley Graybo. You hear the fans in the background chanting as Turner shoots both of his free throws right now from the stripe. He makes the first one 53-47. As he gets the MVP chant from his students. He makes the second one, and that'll put Boulder High up 7 points. As the final seconds will tick off the clock, and Boulder High is on to the second round to face Grandview. And that game will be live here on Panther Sports Live on February 23rd. That is this upcoming Saturday, as Boulder High gets the victory over George Washington 54-47. I'm James Margulis, and for all of us at Panther Sports Live, tune in next time, and that will be the second round playoff game, Grandview versus Boulder High on Saturday. So we'll see you next time, and for James Margulis, signing off.